Well, it's exciting that we're beginning again another school year, probably over 150 years of the Church of Philadelphia serving our children. That is what makes Catholic education distinct from any other educational institution, precisely that it focuses our children on their relationship with Christ. And it is a place, a sacred place, where we're able to actually freely talk about Christ, the message of Christ, the gospel. What a blessing, right? So I think coming together as community, as Christian community, and praying together. Our schools start every day with prayer. They gather for the celebration of the Eucharist, and every day they are telling the sacred story through their religion class. They're getting to know who Christ is and how Christ loves them and loves their family and loves the world, and then their place in the very mission of Christ for the world. So this is an ongoing journey that touches the lives of our children in our schools and in our religious education programs in our parishes. It is such a privilege and such an honor for the Church to accompany parents in the formation and education of their children. Well, there's a little bit of normalcy, right? And being anxious to starting a new school year. I was, going through elementary school and high school and college and graduate school. There's always a little angst in the first couple of days and a couple of weeks, and that's very normal. But I guess the words of the scriptures, other than speaking about love, the other phrase that's constantly spoken about in the scriptures is, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. And the source of not being afraid is that our God walks with us. And so my counsel to our students and their parents and their teachers is really to trust in that presence of Christ and draw into it through their prayer, and to bring their anxiety and their fears and their apprehensions to the Lord in prayer, and ask the Lord to walk with them and help them, and to give us all His peace. I would say to kids and their families, slow down. Because I compare it to when I was a kid, it was family and it was school and it was church. Now it's family, school, church, and 5 traveling teams. In addition to that, add to that piano lessons and this and that. And it's almost, sometimes I look at that and I say, wow, it's like we're not giving the kids time to be kids and to play and to use their imagination and their creativity. And I think we have to slow down a little bit. I would say, we have to slow down and focus on the things that are really important. Not that those things are important, they are, and they have their place. But it appears to me, kind of looking into that world, that it's so rushed, and life is short to be that rushed. But we all know that the Holy Father has called the Church to be a community of missionary discipleship, right? And he kind of speaks about 5 characteristics or words, right, that focus on that, which really apply to kids themselves. Take initiative. When you see a good that could be done, do that good. When you see a moment that you could speak about your relationship with Christ, your friend, do that. Be involved in the world around you. Be engaged in the world around you, in the needs. Be engaged in the lives of your friends and your classmates, especially if they're having a hard time. Be a source of hope and consolation to them, especially to that student that might be hanging around on their own, kind of in the corner over there, and might not have a lot of friends because they're not super popular. It calls us to accompany. The Pope's favorite word of the Holy Father, accompaniment. What a wonderful word, to accompany your classmates in their struggles and in their joys, and prayerfully accompany, to be fruitful. right? To really work with each other together to be successful. The Lord wants us to be successful. There is, in a sense, a very healthy ambition, right? A very healthy ambition. No one wakes up in the morning wishing to have a miserable day. We want to have a good day, and we want to have a good effect on the world around us. And of course, he speaks about being joyful, right? To be joyful and grateful for the things that God has given us. All those things form the heart of a missionary disciple, whether you're 8 years old or 61. My favorite subject was biology. You know, biology was a favorite subject to learn about life and how life works. Math, not a favorite subject, but an important subject. So we all have our favorite subjects, right? As I said, I love biologies, you know, math, but that changes, doesn't it? It changes over time as you grow. The important thing is to stick with all of them, right? Because each one of those disciplines, each one of those subjects adds something to who we are and to the world. And of course, in our Catholic schools, the study of our faith is so important because they teach us the things of the heart. Be grateful. Be grateful for what you have and use it well.